Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Celia and today we'll talk about absolute value functions. But first, what is a function? I know many of you know that a function is something like a line, endless, or maybe like a U-shaped line, or maybe like a wave. These can be called functions, but not 100% functions. For a function, you have to look at the formula, that y equals whatever. For example, if the most basic one, the slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b. This can be called a function because for any value of x, there will be a value for y. Okay, so if we had y equals 2x plus 7, if we put in one x value, we'll get an y value corresponding to that x value. But what if we have something like this? Y equals, will be two lines, for example, x plus 5 and 3. So this will be like this one and then this one, okay? But this will not be called a function because for each x value we have 1, 2 y values, okay? This would be called a function if it was specified, if x and if x. We have to have a set limits for this. If x equals, if for example x is bigger than 1, and for this one, if x is less than 1. Okay, so it will look like this. It's for the first one, and this one will be. But you would ask, up to here, what if x is 1? That's a good question. For these types of problems, you will have to be either given or just make up one of your own. So you can either put x is equal to 1 here or here. I'll put in first one. So we'll have a closed dot on 1 here, and open here, and then open at 1, and then this one's infinite. Okay, and this one is infinite too. So a function can be called an actual function when there is one y value for each x value. Okay, now let's go to absolute value functions. Absolute value, as we all know, is written in these parentheses. Okay, so value of absolute value of 5 could be equal to 5, or it could be equal to -5. Wait, like this. Okay, forget about this. So anything that's in absolute value will be always positive. So which means that an absolute value function will always be positive and it will not drop below 0 unless specified otherwise. So it can be like this, or maybe like this. Okay, so for example, this would be an absolute value function if we had y equals x minus h plus k. That's a formula for an absolute value function, where h is the movement to left or right, and k is movement up or down. Okay, so if we had y equals x minus 2 plus 1, we would draw our function like this: x minus 2, x minus h. 2 will be positive, we'll go 1, 2 over to the right, and 1 up, and we'll have like slope is x, so we'll have 1 over 1 to the right, we'll go like this, 1 over 1 to the left, we'll go like this. Okay, it will not go down like this, it will not go down like this, no, it will always go up, it will always have a V shape, but we might have one like this, negative in front of absolute value. What would that do? So our vertex would stay the same, 2 and 1. So 2 to the right and up 1. But since we have a negative right here, it flips the function. It will go like this. So our vertex and our slope is still x, one this way, and then one this way. It will open downwards. So, final formula. This is our final formula for absolute value functions. So we have our x, then we have our h value, which tells us to move either in the vertex to the right or the left. Then we have our k value, which tells if we move our vertex up or down. And now we have either, if we have plus, we have nothing, like in this case, or if we have a minus, we have a minus sign, like this in this case, which means the plus means that it goes like this, opens upward, and minus in front of the absolute value means that our graph will open downward. Okay, that will be it for this video for the absolute value functions. Hopefully it was helpful. See you next time.